Hey everybody, welcome back. So I'm excited to be back on TikTok applying some makeup with not a bare face or irritated face at this point. I still have a little irritation on the top portion of my eyelid, but it's nothing crazy. So I'm going to attempt and put on a little bit more makeup today, which makes me very happy because anytime I have to walk into the office without a stitch of makeup on, I know I'm not ugly without makeup. I just don't feel that great. You know, makeup really boosts everything for me and puts me in a good mood. It's part of my self-care routine, you guys. So I'm applying some e.l.f. Well Glow Sun Touchable sunscreen, and then I followed that with some e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I probably rubbed this primer in a little too much, but at this point, you guys, I'm just thrilled I get to apply some makeup. Now we're going in with my Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm foundation. Love this. It's very gentle on my skin. Doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything, but it just blurs and blends out everything so beautifully. It feels like light to medium coverage, but I'm sure you can build it up. I just like this for my everyday makeup, because it's so natural and so beautiful. And I get so many compliments on my skin anytime I wear this product. Now the coloring is a little off because we're coming off of summer, but I figure by winter, this will be the perfect shade. By the time I put blush and bronzer on, it looks great. I'm using my e.l.f. complexion brush to put this on, and this brush is double-sided, so when I'm doing a simple makeup look, I like to use this for my complexion products. I'm watching TV as I do this, you guys. I like a little white noise. So now we're going in with a touch of Neutrogena concealer. This is the only concealer at this point that I feel comfortable using, as my skin is still a little sensitive. So typically I would put blush on first, but in this case, I am literally doing concealer with intention first because I want to make sure I'm not too far deep into my makeup routine before I apply a product and then my skin is irritated. So I figured, let me just try putting a little concealer on, see how that feels, and then from there we can decide if I need to wipe my under eye area and start all over, or if I could just put some blush on and then apply a little bit more concealer to do some under blushing, so to speak. So yeah, typically I would put my blush on first and then my concealer, but I just wanted to make sure that my skin was feeling good before I moved on to the next step. So I also have some clear brow gel that I've been loving lately. This is the Live Tinted Clear Brow Gel. I love the wand. The wand is kind of like this oval flat shape, and then it's got the bristles on either side. So what I love about that is you can push and move your hairs up and really fluff them up, and then you can use the flat middle part of the brush to sort of smooth everything out for that really nice laminated look. And this wand of brow gel may not seem like much, but it keeps my brows in place all day, and I love that. So yay, Live Tinted. Everything they've come out with so far that I've tried, I've been very much impressed with. They have this new blush, and it's taking everything in me not to run out and buy it. I told myself I'd finish all the blushes that I currently own. So we gotta stay hydrated, you guys. So I have my obnoxious, ridiculous, huge cup. It's not a Stanley, you guys. I would never spend $40 on a freaking cup. That's ridiculous. So now we're going in with my Ace Beauty Liquid Blush. I got this in an Ipsy bag a while back. I absolutely love it. And I know what you're thinking. Kaisha, that looks like a hell of a lot of blush. But you know what? I don't care. Blush blindness, if you will. I'm gonna blend this bitch out and wear it. Yes, that's right. And to be honest, halfway through the day, this is gonna fade and look stunning anyway. So screw you haters that think I'm wearing too much blush. I love my blush. You'll have to pry it out of my cold, dead hands. Alright, so I'm using my Real Techniques blush brush to blend this out. She's stunning. She's beautiful. She's very demure. She's very mindful. I think it's so pretty. It's something about blush that just makes you feel so feminine and dainty. I love it. I absolutely love it, you guys. I'm trying to figure out what's my favorite makeup product. It's got to be a toss-up between lipstick and blush, for sure. And I'm going to try a little bit of powder bronzer today. I had to say RIP to my Essence bronzer. So we're going to try this L'Oreal one. It was on clearance, $9. And y'all know I love a good deal. So I wasn't sure about the shade initially. It looked a little dark when I first put it on. But by the time I blended it in with fixing spray, the whole 9, and got halfway through the day, it looked really natural. It blended into my skin very nicely. So I'm very happy with my purchase. And I was a poor planner. I quite literally forgot to put enough brushes in my cup to complete this look. So I scurried off to my fabulous little wall of beauty to grab my brushes. And the sad part is, if that wasn't enough, I'm probably going to step away at some point to get a beauty blender, because chances are I probably forgot to grab that too. So here I am applying some bronzer to the hollows of my cheeks, and I'll probably overkill and put a lot around my temples, but I don't care, because I want to look like I just rolled off the shores of Jamaica with a fabulous tan. I want to look sun-kissed and sexy. I'm just going to work out. I'm just playing. So anyway, here I am applying a little bronzer to my forehead. It actually went on pretty well. I think this was just the wrong brush for me to use. So the next time I try this, I'm actually going to opt for a fluffier brush so I can get a softer finish. This brush that I use, I would typically use with the previous blushes that I own, but this one is a little bit more pigmented than I thought it was, to be completely honest with you guys. So I just had to change up my tools, and I think it'll look a little less harsh the next time. Even after this, I spent a lot of time just with some powder, just trying to even things out so it doesn't look like my forehead is completely a different shade from the rest of my skin. I mean, to be honest with you, without makeup, the skin on the very top of my forehead is actually a lot darker than the rest of my face. And the lightest part of my skin is actually my cheekbones. And when I say cheekbones, like right under my eyes. So yeah, we're just really loading on that bronzer. And yeah, at this point I was like, this looks good. And then I went into the other room, I'm like, ooh, let me blend this in a little bit more. All right, now we're going in with a touch more concealer. I just want everything to look a little bit more seamless. So I figure if I put concealer in these spots, but not directly under my eyes, I'm not then using way too much concealer in my eyes, because we don't want creasy, crepey cake face. So I'm gonna just let that concealer marinate a little bit, and I'm applying some lip oil from House Labs. This is a pH lip oil, so it gives me a slight little pinky tint. Not as much as I had hoped for, to be honest, but you know what? It was $16, so I'm committed to finishing every last drop. All right, now we're going in with my eyelash curler, and we're going to attempt to wear a little bit of mascara today, which I'm looking forward to. I miss my mascara. So right now I have 2 drugstore mascaras in my rotation. I don't want to bust out my Lancome Idol just yet. So I'm going to take this Essence Volumizing Princess mascara and see how far we can push these lashes up and get some volume. And usually about 2 to 3 coats of this, it still looks beautiful on. They look nice and full, and they kind of fan out, which is why I kind of like this mascara. Initially, when I first tried it, I was underwhelmed. I'm going to be completely honest. But once I got a curler out and I really figured out my technique, they ended up looking pretty natural and really nice with just like daily, everyday makeup. Now, if I really wanted to glam things up, this is not the mascara I'd reach for. I'd probably do like Sky High or Lancome Adult along with some lashes. But this is not that kind of day, you guys. I'm going to work. I work in a doctor's office. Like, I can't roll up in there looking like Zsa Zsa Gabor. So, this is what we're doing. Okay, so, side note. I have this vanity that was originally intended to be a writing desk. And, I don't want to leave like a bunch of stuff out in a mess while I do my makeup. So I try to have this habit of putting things away right after I use them. That way, if I'm in a hurry and a rush and I'm finishing up my makeup, I don't have to scramble and try to clean everything up and then feel bad about it later. So I'm just blending in this concealer. And I'll probably take a sponge to this at some point so I don't have any harsh lines. But it's something about this very light, soft pink with the concealer that I just really like the way that looks on my skin. All right, I'm probably getting up to get the sponge at this point. All right, so we got our beauty blender. We're going to use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer Blender. And just blend, 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 baby, blend, 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 blend. Oh, yeah, we're blending that concealer. Okay, now that we've blended, we're going to work on that forehead a little bit. You know, no harsh lines. We're going to keep it very demure, very mindful. All right. You guys have probably heard that phrase at exhaustion at this point. Anyway, now we're just blending everything out, just fine tuning, you know. We're looking bronze and glowy and goddessy, like we just came off the shores of Jamaica. So we're just getting that blush, a little bit of blush that was left on the brush, and just blending everything out for a very seamless blend. And now I'm putting on some Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. And you know what? The more I use this powder, the more I love it. Like, it just makes my skin look so good, you guys. I love this freaking powder. Now, I believe I wear the shade 35 Bronze Medium Yellow. And this is like a weightless powder. It has beautiful buildable coverage. I like that it subtly just blurs certain parts of my skin and evens my skin tone. And what I love is I could put this powder on now. I don't have to reapply it. It's good for 12 hours. In fact, I feel like the further I get into my day, the better my face freaking looks. I know that sounds insane, but if you don't believe me, try this freaking powder. It's amazing. I heard they came out with a new formula, which I hope that means this is not discontinued, because everything I seem to like gets discontinued. All right, now we're getting that powder puff because I forgot that too. Oopsies. And we're probably going to take that pink setting powder by Morphe and apply some in the under eye just to brighten things up a little bit more. And I find this pink powder surprisingly looks really good with my complexion. I thought it was going to be a little too chalky, but it looks beautiful. Like once you put a pink blush, then you apply this. And then you do a little setting spray. It looks so nice on my skin. And I got smart. I took the little pink makeup brush that I used to put on the Micro Smooth powder, which is in like my complexion. And any excess that I have, I just use that to just brush the excess away. And by the time I do that, it looks pretty. So I think, you know, I was skeptical about pink powder initially, but after trying it, I really like it. It's a nice departure from translucent or like powders that are, so to speak, banana, but they're just a little too yellow. Now we're going in with this beautiful blush by NYX. This is the Buttermilk blush, and I am wearing the shade Vivid Watermelon. Love that. So this just like anything that, you know, kind of faded with the concealer application, I just kind of set the existing blush that I have on and add a little bit more pigment to my face with this. And some of you would think, oh, this is a lot. She's blush blind. But let me tell you, by 1 o'clock, my face is beat for the gods. It looks beautiful. Everything's blended in. You know, it's stunning, if I do say so myself. All right, now we're going to go in with a little Morphe fixing spray just to blend all those powders and everything in. I love a good glow. I'm going to be honest. Like, some days I can tell when I didn't use enough powder or I didn't do the application right because I end up looking like a grease monkey. This was not one of those days. And I used the thinnest layer of foundation. So now we're going in with some lip gloss. This is a plumping lip gloss, and I rarely use plumping lip glosses, but I fell in love with this one when I worked at Bare Minerals. I don't even think they make it anymore. So it's a Moxie plumping gloss. This is a limited edition one, and I am currently wearing the shade, I think it's Plum something. Or no, it's Brave Soul, which is like a plummy pinky shade. And I'm a sucker for a good plummy pink color. Now I'm applying my second top coat of the Essence Lash Mascara. Because at this point, I figured out, you know what, my lashes feel pretty good. I don't feel like I want to scratch my eyes out. So this is a good sign, you guys. And I'm getting excited. Notice how my nail polish matches my blush and my lipstick. It's very demure. It's very mindful. All right, so I did get a little bit of mascara on my lid, and I don't want any makeup on my lid, so I'm taking some micellar water and just taking off that excess there, because I don't even want the least bit of makeup to sit on my lids, like only on my lash. And in fact, when I applied this mascara, I didn't even get really low into the base of my lash like I typically do to lift, because I'm just trying to avoid any last bit of irritation. I mean, last thing we need is to derail this healing train, and then I cry, then I get upset, and then I can't wear any makeup at all. We're so past that. So now we're going in with my e.l.f. mist, and this is for blue light protection. I love this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, follow, and share. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.